Hell, bro.
Dude, I haven't seen you since October.
Hey, that was when we played the show at the Viper. That was a blast. I had the best time.
Yeah,
We
you
gotta do
got
it
your
again.
band rock too.
Oh, hey, my
Top
guys
notch
rock.
players.
Yes. Yep.
Top notch players.
Yep.
Damn.
Thanks. I was glad to have you come up and join us on that stuff. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Judas Priest and
And you played one of the Rough
Rough
Justice songs
Justice.
with us too.
Yeah, Rough Justice and Tom Petty,
That's right. That's right.
Mary Jean.
Yeah.
Last Dance with Mary Jean. Yeah,
Yep.
that was awesome.
That
Yeah,
was
that
a
was a
lot
lot
of
of
fun.
fun. The rehearsal that's posted on my YouTube, by the way. Some of that, but we weren't rehearsing. Me and you weren't doing it. I'd forgotten to record us, so then I go, oh no. So I
And
just
my guys
recorded
keep
them.
saying, "Man, if that ever happens again, we want to play." And I'm like, "That was a lot of fun."
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So we got the footage of me and you rocking out to them at rehearsal to Iron Maiden. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Rothschild, I think it is.
And then you get me up at the very end of the show to sing some Motley Crue with you.
Yeah, what was it? Um,
10 Seconds to Love.
10 Seconds to Love with Ash from
Mm-hmm.
Wicked Gypsy
That was a
and
blast.
the guys from Wicked Gesture. It was like that. That moment was very much an all-star moment from the Sunset Strip scene right there.
It was for me too, because I hear I'm sitting over there and all I hear is you go, "Where's AJ? Come on up here." I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yep.
And you're doing the Tom Petty thing. Let the listeners know about like what you're up to lately.
Yes. I have a Tom Petty tribute band called Tom and the Refugees. Hold on a sec here.
Yeah.
Little promo. There it is.
Oh, nice. That's
Uh,
badass.
and yes, I am the Tom. I am the Tom of the band, as you know. But
Right?
yes, we are starting to
You
blow
look
up,
like him
and
too, dude.
we've got I just got 8 shows booked for the rest of the year. It's like it's just jam packed, a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Us being on the strip back in the day, playing what we played, I never thought in a million years I would be Tom Petty in a band, and I really love it. I really do.
Where's your upcoming shows at?
The next show is September 27th in Westlake at Club Louis.
I saw the ad for that.
Yeah. And then we're
Yeah.
playing in Santa Monica on October 4th. And,
Where?
At this place called Trip. It's really fun. We played there a couple weeks ago, last minute show.
Oh, okay.
And then we are playing the place I've been trying to get, the Garden Amp.
The Garden Amp.
The
Okay.
Garden Amp.
I'm not familiar with
October
that place.
9th. It's
What city
huge.
is
It's
that?
down in Garden Grove. It's like it's an amphitheater.
Oh, Garden Grove. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm familiar with that
our
area.
first shot down into Orange County is in about a month.
In a month. Oh, so Orange County now. Well, I used to play
finally.
Orange County a lot. So
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
So you were saying Five Guns West was your first Hollywood band, or was that your first band?
Actually, you want a little story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I grew up in Seattle.
Okay.
And I went to school with all the grunge guys, but little did I know any of them would do anything, because when I moved here in '86, there was nothing going on in Seattle, right?
Okay.
And so I'm like, I got to be on the Sunset Strip where all the music's coming from. I mean, what was it? Guns N' Roses and Poison were all coming off the strip at the time.
Yeah.
So when I first moved here, I had long blonde hair. I was thinking I'm going to be a lead singer, and I was in a band, being the lead singer for a little while. My first gig ever in Hollywood was at the Whiskey on a Wednesday night for like 10 people.
Yeah, yeah.
I know
what you mean.
Yeah, so then that band fell apart. A bunch of, like unprofessional kids. Really, I was 19, 20.
What was the name of the band?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember the name of the band for real?
Of that first band I was in? No.
The one that played in front of 10 people.
and then I decided just to play guitar only. So I joined a band called Five Guns West about, a couple months later, and they were right in the middle of recording. And so I jumped in, started recording the album that we have. I was going to bring it down and hold it up, but I'm going to you guys. And then went on tour with them and played with them for about a year.
Who did the album? Did you guys pay for it yourselves, or was it a record deal?
It was the lead singer's baby, I was just kind of like, I got joined at the last person would join. And at the time I was like, a crazy guitar player falling on the stage and doing crazy,
Yeah.
I was 20, I'm in Hollywood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old
were you? I decided to dye my hair black at the time.
Oh, okay. How old were you when you moved down here?
What's that?
How old were you when you moved from Seattle to?
I was just almost 20.
Oh, so you were 19.
I wasn't even 21 yet. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
And where did you move? Where in Hollywood? Or was it Hollywood?
My first place I lived was in Canoga Park. I thought I never do it. I moved to the Valley. Everybody thought, oh, the Valley,
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I ended up living in Burbank for like 4 years. And Burbank's a quick step jump over to Hollywood.
It really is kind of Hollywood. I think of it as a part of Hollywood because everything, Universal's
Studio
studios,
City,
and all that
Universal, that whole area.
Everything.
Yeah. So then after Five Guns West, for some reason, I think I pissed off the lead singer because I was getting all the attention from being the crazy guitar player. I mean, I was 20, right?
Yeah.
And that's when I first dyed my hair black, which was crazy at the time. We were kind of like this bluesy. You've heard the stuff, right? It's bluesy,
really
kind
good.
of Guns N' Roses, kind of weird stuff.
Yeah.
It was fun to play, but anyways, so then after that band, I left. They kind of dissolved.
What happened? It was jealousy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's always that kind of small stuff because it can't be money yet.
Well, it wasn't. There was no money in it. I mean,
That's right.
But I mean, so the lead singer, it had to have been just a case of, oh, we want 2 guitar players, and it's like, it's always an excuse, right? We want 2 guitars. I would have said, sure, get another guitar player. We got 2 guys, right? But it was jealousy, because I was getting attention and he wasn't getting the attention, and kind of a strange guy. And so after that, I hooked up with Stacy from Rough Justice.
Yes.
I'm not sure where I met him at. I'm not sure. And we were jamming with another drummer from Seattle that we knew. And we were kind of figuring out writing songs. That's initially when I first wrote the riff for Good Old Days.
Okay.
In those jam sessions, right? But we all thought it's kind of ACD-ish, down, kind of ACD. Yeah. And so then we started auditioning singers. And Stacy and I were like so into LA Guns and Kiss and stuff like that. And this drummer was like, I want a Robert Plant, man. And we're like, Robert Plant, we're never gonna get a Robert Plant for this band, Right. So lo and behold, my girlfriend at the time, her girlfriend who cut her hair, her boyfriend was Vandal.
Oh.
And he was in a band called Ruby Slippers. No, what was he? No, he was in a band called Mystery Girls. Mystery Girls.
Oh,
and
girls.
I remember
plural.
One of my first shows in Five Gun West, I played the Troubadour, and Mystery Girls played on the same night. I think you found that on Rock City News.
Yeah, it was in the magazine that I uploaded the whole issue of. And you brought it up.
And I think I met Vandal that night because my girlfriend and his girlfriend were like, hey, hi, this is Randy, blah, blah, blah. But nothing ever came of it. And somehow or another, when we started auditioning singers, we brought Vandal in, and Stacy and I were like, we want him. We love him. He's so Phil Lewis,
Yeah. He looks
like
that.
And the drummer's like, so we're like, okay, you're gone. And then, and Randy had moved here with the other Randy, Vandal and Randy, are the drummer from Rough Justice, from Phoenix.
Oh.
And they were in another band together. And so Vandal goes, hey, I got a drummer who's my buddy from Phoenix. So we brought Randy Allen in, and there's Rough Justice.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so the idea of us wearing cop uniforms was, we're all kicking around because we all love Kiss. But we're not going to wear makeup or anything like that. So, but we love comic books, and we love Batman and stuff. And our singer loved Batman. So we said, let's be like Gotham City cops, like really gothic but kind of seedy, underground, cool, right?
Yeah.
So we got all these black cop uniforms and no,
I dug it. I remember playing with you, and you guys walked backstage like that. And we were backstage.
About us, if you remember at the time, that time of the strip, all the bands were playing like the same kind of stuff, kind of cheesy, like, hey, I met her at the school, stuff, all about girls. And our subject matter was far from that. I mean, we always said we were like a cross between LA Guns, ourselves, and Metallica, because we wrote about stuff that, you know, that meant something. But, and then we had some heavy stuff like, you know, Cheap Disguise.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we, you know, we just, the cop uniform thing was a blast, you know.
Yeah, that's
we wanted
cool.
to be bigger than life, and we, you know.
So Robin here just wrote down here. Now Robin from Robin Hard Rock and Metal. I'm telling the listeners out here.
What's happening, brother? Yeah,
he's supposed to do that, and he did text me. I saw it in the last minute, right before I hit go live. I saw it pop up something about he wanted to ask you questions from down here.
Okay.
So Robin, are you there? You got any questions for Aaron?
Hey, pardon me. I got to do what you do. Put on my readers because I'm so, you know.
I can't see
us old rockers. Don't I look like Garth from Wayne's World now? Okay, so let's see.
I feel the same way, yeah.
Okay, so do I have to scroll up to get a question here, or no? I don't see anything here.
I don't think so. I think do you see it where it says "Damn guys, so sorry"?
Yeah, I see that. So ask away, Robin. Do it.
He might be typing. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for his question to pop up, sure. Then so when you went from Five Guns West to Rough Justice,
yeah,
and it's interesting because in the magazine you found the day of a show where you met him, right?
Randy Vandal,
right? You say those Mystery Girls played with Five Guns West.
Five Guns West, yeah. Like on the same show, like the Troubadour, but it was just like happenstance to meet him, but because our girlfriends were friends.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Vandal, you know. It's just, hey, this is my boyfriend Vandal, and yeah. You know, and his girlfriend cut my girlfriend's hair at the time, you know. So yeah. It's like, but yeah, I can't remember that's how we ended up auditioning, because my girlfriend, who became my wife at the time, said, hey, you remember Kristen, my girlfriend, her boyfriend's looking for a band. And I'm like, okay. So that's how we got Vandal. Okay, let's see. What do we got? First of all, I'm a huge fan of Five Guns West and Rough. Oh, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, he's the one who uploads your stuff.
Yeah.
You know how like there's a bunch of YouTubers now that are younger that they upload like hard rock bands from the Sunset Strip and just around the world even, right? You've noticed that, I'm sure, right, Aaron?
Yeah, it's crazy because I know what's that, Eon Records, or what was it? The one that signed all the metal bands that didn't get signed?
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
Robin,
yeah.
I'll get to your question in just a second. I saw it. They signed both bands I was in. Right?
Well, yeah.
And Rough Justice. And so I'm the one that kind of initiated both. It's kind of cool, you know?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But anyways, okay, so his question is, my favorite memory of playing on the Strip. Oh, geez. Where could I start? I mean, right, Keith? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, here's my favorite memory. I think I may have told you this, but okay, so we're co-headlining a show at the Whiskey with a band called Bad Blood. And I think Wicked Gypsy played on that show too, right? And of course, my biggest influence in my life when I was a kid was Kiss. I wanted to be Paul Stanley, right? Yeah. So we're playing the show, and it's the only show that I have on YouTube on my channel that has old footage from the Whiskey. Like, you know, you can barely see anything. And that happened to be a show where we get done with the show. We're upstage and up in the dressing room at the Whiskey. And all of a sudden, and this happened to be Vandal's birthday, that show. All of a sudden, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley came into the green room and said, hey, you guys were great. And they sang happy birthday to Vandal. And I'm standing there like in shock going, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, if I would have known he was out there, I would have probably lost my mind before I went on stage, you know, because there's Paul Stanley out there.
Now, this is for Rough Justice, right?
Yeah. And then, okay, so the best part of the story is when in 2008, I was doing cable and I went to this little house in Studio City, knocked on the door, opens the door. It's Paul Stanley.
Wow.
I'm like, hey, how you doing? And so right before I left and I'm talking to him, I go, hey, Paul, I played on the Strip back in 1991, 92, and you were at one of my shows. And he goes, oh, really? He goes, what was your band name? And I said, Rough Justice. And he goes, you're the cop band. And I was like, I think I'm gonna die. Like of
Wow.
all the bands, he remembers we were the Cop band.
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
You guys were good. And I walked away going, okay, I can die right now, a happy rock and roll guy, because that was my idol when I was a kid. So that's my favorite strip story, I think.
Wow, you did tell me, because do you remember me saying that he went to go see me and our band Imaginal Peace at the Whiskey as well?
Yeah.
But he said that my guitar tone was too thin, and the singer sings like Alice Cooper. I don't know if that's a bad or good thing, but we didn't work with them. But we were working with Marshall Burrow for quite a bit. But then I talked to the guitar player from Imaginal Peace from before, and he said that he played for them as well in Imaginal Peace, and they came back to see the new guitar player and drummer, which was me and Lance. But anyways, he said that his guitar tone was thin too.
Well, that was at the time when Gene was out searching for bands for his Hollywood Records, right?
Yeah, and I was watching this thing with Britt from Blackboard Jungle. He does this interview type stuff with the Sunset Strip guys, right?
Right.
For Metal Sundays, and he was saying the same thing. Like Gene Simmons came backstage for him, was telling him telling him like something, and then he was telling Jeff from Bad Blood, "You'll never make it." Jeff says, because you use the word "dude." You probably saw the interview, right?
I remember that.
Those guys went to go see everybody.
Yes, I think I've talked to Jeff about that too.
I didn't realize that literally every single, all the popular bands they had a conversation with. I didn't realize
all
that.
Of us towards the end, in the early '90s, were all like pretty big at the Whiskey and the Roxy or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they would come, right?
Yeah, 91. Yeah. Right before Nirvana, when that's still the hottest shit in the world.
Yeah, as soon as the strip, everybody started wearing Doc Martens and shorts and flannels. I knew it was over.
Yeah, especially when the girls stopped showing up. That's when I knew.
Yeah.
But I was already doing a different kind. I was playing with the X Idol, so it fit in with what they were doing anyways. Because our bass player is trendy, so he talked us into it doing something that actually made sense when the next shit came out. We were like half in my head. We were like half like Bang Tango or Vane meets Concrete Blonde and New Wave, but that and the Cars.
Yeah.
But that with a punk rock, with a singer that acts like Iggy Pop and looks like Iggy Pop, and that ended up being considered in style. But in my head, they're thinking that's a James Bond riff. I'm like, actually, it's a Bang Tango type of riff.
I don't know, because I moved back to Seattle in '93 because it was like, right?
Yeah,
but then again, all those guys in the grunge era I went to school with. So I'm watching MTV going, hey, wait a minute. Is that Lane Staley? I was in a band with him in high school, right?
Yeah, you were saying that to me too. Like, tell me more about that.
What's that?
Tell me more about that.
I went to junior high school with Lane.
And he was a drummer. You hung out with him?
What's that? Yeah, his drum set was in my basement forever because we just jammed. And he was just this little guy playing drums real quiet. And I was the lead singer playing bass because, in the 80s, nobody wanted to play bass. Huh?
He was the drummer?
He was drummer, yeah.
Oh.
And so I was doing the Kip Winger back then because, in the 80s, there's a million guitar players, a million drummers, but nobody wanted to play bass.
So you were the bass player singer?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Just because I wanted to be in a band at the time.
Yeah. So, but I loved Madeleine from Winger. That shit blew my mind.
Yeah, I like those guys. But so then,
I too.
We had a band. We were called Crossfire. This is in high school, right?
Okay.
And we played a couple shows here and there, but we would play like Scorpions and I don't know, whatever was cool we thought was at the time. And then when we graduated, I was in an original band, and we played these Battle of Bands at this roller rink that they used to have Battle of Bands up there. And last time I saw Lane, he was in a band called Sleaze. And and he had this massive blonde hair like mine, but curly. And I'm like, hey, Lane, man, what's going on, dude? And he's like, what's up? And that's the last time I saw him, but I didn't know he was singing. Had no idea until I saw him on MTV in the Man of the Box video going, wait a second, that guy looks familiar. I go, I didn't know he could freaking sing like that, man.
I know, that's like literally one of my all-time favorite singers. And I don't consider them a grunge band because when I was listening to them before, they were, in the first record, to me, it just sounded like funky Guns N' Roses without the hype.
They're the ultimate downer grunge band. Like, listen to Rooster, and stuff like that.
No, the album before that. When he's going, put it down, put it down. It's like funky.
And I also, we all in the same school district that I lived in was Chris Cornell went to another school in the same school, and Kim Thale. I was in a band with Kim Thale briefly called Mama Kin. I was playing bass in that band too before I moved here. Okay. Right.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yep.
But
yeah, everybody asked me if you've never moved to LA, would you have been in a grunge band? I would say, of course, probably. I mean, that's what was going on in Seattle.
Yeah, yeah. And if you really look at those guys, like even like Pearl Jam, they were Mother Love Bone, and that's kind of got a hair metal vibe to it a bit.
A little more Candlebox. It was a little more.
Yeah. Candlebox is you could sense the hair metal background.
A little bit.
I like that though. People say, "Oh, I don't like that." I could sense the metal, but that to me, that's authenticity creeping through, because you can't help it. And that's
the one band that's still alive is Pearl Jam, and I don't like them. I just never really.
No, I wasn't a big fan. I only liked Even Flow and Jeremy, and that's the only two songs I like. But I love Mother Love Bone.
Growing up in Seattle.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands is Queensryche, man. Come on.
That's my band.
I mean, that's my band from Seattle. I mean, when we were in high school, people were going, you got to hear this band Queensryche, this Jeff Tate guy, man. He's going to blow you away. And then I remember getting that EP going, holy shit,
Yeah. Yeah, my friend's older brother goes, he had the first CD player we ever heard, and his name Gus, and he went by Sug. Metal dude, right? And his older brother was super cool. All the girls liked him, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he goes, check this out. This is called a CD, and this is you got to hear this guy sing. And he put on "Take Hold of the Flame," and we shit our pants.
I know. I mean, back when we were kids in Seattle, going, they're from where? They're from Bellevue, from Seattle. Oh my God, Yeah. But
oh wow. So Robin asked something else down here.
What did he ask here? I got to see. Sorry.
He responded to what you said.
That's killer, incredible. Oh, this confirms what. Wrong decade. Yeah, for sure. What does he say? Do you ever run into the other? What does it say?
Each other. He goes, do you ever run into
each other a lot in the day?
No, I never met you except for hello. I know I met you guys as a band because when I was at the Red Light District, Dirty Tricks played with you guys. That's how I saw you and met all you guys. And you guys are so
younger than me, though, right?
What?
You're a little younger than me, right?
Yeah, but I was the youngest in the band, so I was 18 at the time in 1989.
So to answer his question, you're right. I mean, we are all running around the same circles.
Yeah,
and we even played on the same bill.
Yeah, we played back to back on that bill, and
you understand the Strip at all. We were all so much in competition with each other.
Yeah,
we weren't. Most of the bands weren't friends. Like a few of us were. Wicked Gypsy we were friends with. And Legs Up we were friends with, but most of us were like, no way, man, those guys suck. If you go to a show as a musician back in the day and watch another band, everybody out there is going like this.
Yeah. Totally.
None of the other musicians were like clapping because they're all like, these guys suck, man. We're better than this guy, because it's all competition. It was competitive back then. And now, after doing the All-Star Jam with you, we're all like, hey, dude, I remember you. And now we're all friends. We survived the Strip, bro.
Yeah. The only time, like you're saying, Legs Up and those guys, and is the reason why you would be friends with bands is not because you hung out on the Strip, because you're usually trying to talk to girls, give them flyers, but it would be because your band rehearsal happened to be right next to their room or your apartment.
We're rehearsing in the same band's place,
Yeah, right. And that's how you became friends, or like when
you're hanging out down on the Strip passing out flyers. And the reason why it was so competitive is because you're passing out flyers against the other band on the same bill, and the chicks will go, I already have that flyer, I already got tickets, because you're trying to sell tickets. Yeah, so it's like, shit, I already bought a ticket from Legs Up, man. No,
I know, exactly. Yeah, because you're like, oh, if you would have bought it from us, next time we sell it for $2 cheaper.
And the girls would go, oh, next time. But it wasn't like you had any opportunity. You had to get everybody's phone number and call them. There's no way you could advertise.
Yeah,
You know?
it was difficult. When we were doing Dirty Tricks, it was like that. But when I joined Imagine World Peace, they were already popular. So
Right.
all I had to do is stand there, and everyone, girls, they had, because they're already popular. So
Yeah.
girls would say, "Hey, how many? Do you got any tickets I can sell to my friends? I got a bunch of girls from school coming."
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, I feel like Rough Justice kind of we all they love a lot of women out there love the all guys with the black hair and the dark eyeliner, and
that's
that
what
was
I was
us.
sporting.
That
That's
was
what I was.
us.
If you looked at me, I was all black hair, eyeliner,
Yeah.
and pancake makeup too.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
And Imagine World Peace particularly.
It was yeah.
But so that's awesome.
Any other
All right,
questions there, Robin? Let's see.
so
You got
what?
anything?
Oh, I see. He wants to know, what was your favorite band besides your own band? Question for both of you.
Oh, okay.
My favorite band, if I had to pick one band, it would be like, usually when you first get there, that's the one that has the biggest impression on you.
Well, I mean, when I first got there, my first show, I went to the country club because I was living in Reseda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Warrant, Bang Tango's, Shark Island, all in the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, these guys are great. And I fell in love with Bang Tango.
It's funny that you say that. I would say Bang Tango too, because that when I saw them play, that's the one I said, holy crap, I want to be like them.
Yeah.
And that's when I was dressing like that, that's the band I was pretending I was in.
Right. But they were signed pretty much by the time, like within the year I was here. So I guess if to answer the question of maybe bands I actually
more
liked
locally
on the
I think
strip when I was playing on the strip.
Yeah. More locally.
That's tough because as much as, like I say, we're all in competition, so we all didn't like each other mostly. But
I'm not like that, by the way.
I liked a band called Anna Black.
Oh, I liked Anna Black. Yeah.
They were cool.
Mm-hmm. Guitar players.
They all had black big hair, all wore leather. They were from Canada, you know.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I did like Bad Blood.
Yeah, Bad Blood. I loved Bad Blood.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. When we weren't playing a show, we weren't going to see other. I wasn't going to see other shows, really.
What about when you were flying? Because that's when I would see everybody, because they'd let you in for free if you were flying in a club. That's how I saw Anna Black.
I saw them at the Roxy. I remember.
Yeah, I saw them at the Roxy too, because I was playing there like 3 weeks later or something, and I get in for free because I had no money. I had no money, none, not even like $1.
Yeah. Well, there's one club I didn't really like playing was Gazzari's. It had a different vibe. It wasn't.
No, I like Gazzari's, but the guys in Imaginal Peace did not like playing Gazzari's, so I never played.
It wasn't gritty enough for me. The Whiskey was gritty, club, like kind of a dive bar feel.
Yeah.
Even Coconut Teaser had this gritty vibe to it.
Yeah, it did have a gritty vibe to it. I missed that place.
Yeah.
But the only time I played in Gazzari's was with Dirty Tricks, but we really loved to play that place because I read so much about, I saw him on that Decline of Western Civilization with his hat.
We're in that briefly. The Metal Years.
Are you really?
If you look in a real fast clip, it's one of those nights where they're walking down the strip.
Yeah.
Right around the Roxy area, the Rough Justice, we were passing out flyers.
Yeah, I know the part where they're passing out flyers and I see a bunch of faces.
Yeah.
You're one of those faces?
We're in there, yeah. And real briefly, I'm like, hey, there we are. And then they passed it.
Yeah. That's wild. Wow. So you
want to do time to be it in Hollywood? I gotta say, it's like I wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, and that's the thing about like I want to do another one of those all-star jam nights. That's so
do I, bro. Yeah.
All right, we gotta do that. This time I want to build it up correctly. Now that I understand, because I had never even been on Facebook before, so I didn't know how it even worked.
Well, see, I've got like 5,000 followers on one page and 4,000 on another, so I can help promote it this time too.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Yeah. But now I studied it for the last several months, for like actually a lot longer than that. Probably 6 months I was studying it. And I go, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to make. Because I wanted to be like it was last time. It was a lot of people. But I wanted to be even more like people like Robin,
And we can't start at 5 o'clock though on a Friday. It's like
no. That's why I'm saying I want it to be before I even book something. I want it to be obvious by what I've done digitally. That when Tommy Black looks at it, going, "Oh yeah, this is a sellout thing." You know what I mean?
Well, Randy Allen said he'll play it next time.
Yeah, so we definitely get Randy to do it. You told me that before.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, so we'll wrap it up there because I want to have you on a regular basis. Like
I love it.
Instead of just interviewing you once and then never interviewing you again by asking you every possible question, I'd rather leave it here and then I could accumulate some more questions that I want to ask you, and also that way I can keep on. Bring me. I could maybe have you co-host some of these, like I'm having Robin.
I'd love to co-host, man. I'm all for that. You know.
Yeah, because I want to bring everyone who actually plays the next one to the forefront, and that's how. See what I'm getting at?
That's the way to promote it. You know?
Yeah, and for a longer period of time.
Right.
And
I have learned the algorithms of Instagram and Facebook now that I promote my Tom Petty band. You know, it's like
I haven't Instagram and I don't even know how to use it yet. So maybe you can give me some tips.
I just started using TikTok.
And I don't even know what that is. I haven't even seen that before. I know people send me the link, but I click it won't let me unless I sign up.
Right.
So, yeah.
So do we have one more? Do we have another thing from? I can't see it.
Yeah, let me see what
Anna Black and Bad Blood is an awesome two bands. They should be. Yeah. So Aaron, what's your favorite Rough Justice song? Oh God.
Yeah, we'll let Robin ask the last question.
Okay. Well, when it comes to Rough Justice songs, Vandal and I wrote most of them, right? Like either I would come up with a guitar riff, he'd write the words, or I would write some of the words. I'd say my favorite Rough Justice song is Cheap Disguise.
Because that is mine too, because I like when it goes,
it's just playing that live out of nowhere. Like, especially when we sped up at the end and did it like
that's what I mean. And then you go slow again.
Yeah, no band on the strip was doing the freaking but us at the time. It was all like fluffy, hey baby, So but that one and Suicide Johnny is another one of my favorite ones.
Nice.
And I wrote that one almost completely, and then Vandal, polished it off. But there's only one song that Rough Justice got played on radio in LA once by Rodney Bingenheimer on the Sunday show.
Oh, okay.
And that was "Is This Really Love," which is on our stuff. And I wrote that one by myself. I wrote that one before I even back in the '80s with my best friend in Seattle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm kind of like, oh, my song got on the radio. But when it comes to Rough Justice, it's Cheap Disguise, Good Old Days. Basically, that 4-song EP that we had, those are my favorite ones. But there's nothing like playing a ballad at the Whiskey with the lighters back in the day.
Yeah.
And then when I get to that really kick-ass, solo in the middle where people get, even when I played the solo, I got hair on my, because it's just one of those emotional things, those were my favorites for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
But I got a lot of stories you could ask me about. I got a lot of stories from Rough Justice.
Oh, good. So I can call you and get continuous stories.
Yes.
Because that's the thing. I want continuous stories,
Oh, hey, we are in a movie, so that's another show.
Okay. Yeah. So we could talk about that one next if you want.
Yeah, we did the movie soundtrack. We actually put us in the movie, and it's just the worst movie you've ever seen, but it was a lot of fun.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate it. Thank you, Robin, too.
Thank you, Robin, dude, for all the great questions. And maybe next time you could jump on this.
Now, I'm sure Robin will post this on his Facebook, this video, and talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he will, and I'll send you a link when he does. You guys could hook up through Facebook and friends request each other.
Well, I've got 2 Facebook pages. One is under AJ Mitchell, and the other one is under Tom and the Refugees.
Yes.
And then I got the Instagram Tom and the Refugees. So, that's my project now. It's Tom Petty.
Nice. And your next show is September 27 where?
At Club Louie's in Westlake Village.
There you go. All right. Yep. Thank you so much, Aaron.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon, buddy.
All right. See you later. See you later, Robin. See you later, Aaron.
Peace out.
All right. Peace.